Hello, lovely Cancerians. Welcome to your zodiac reading for your Sun, Moon, Venus, or rising positions in your birth chart. This is the Collective Soul Tarot. My name is Kay. Let's get right into the reading for you. Let's get started. Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit, what can we tell Cancer today that's on their heart that they need to most know about, that will help bring them peace, serenity, and hope? What can we tell them today for Cancer? For Cancer viewers, what can we tell them today? Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, thank you so much. Oh, geez, one almost popped out. Okay. I'm using a different, what do you call it? Spread, tarot spread than I normally do, especially for the collective readings. I'm starting to do that use this new spread for the zodiacs. So it takes a little longer. Okay, the first one we want to know is we're talking about the Nine of Pentacles. That's the overall energy right there. Oh, and the Eight of Wands is the challenge. Okay, then we have past and distant fear is the Page of Swords. The Five of Swords, that was in Taurus's position yesterday. So there's the Five of Swords in the recent past. What's going on in this person's mind is the Page of Pentacles wanting to provide an offer. And what's bridging is the Nine of Wands. What this individual fears is the Emperor energy, and the environment, who's in his environment is the Empress. Let's see this. Yeah. And what's in his hopes is the Three of Wands, being prepared and moving towards something or someone. And the magician, that's manifesting what it is that they're hoping for is the outcome. Okay, let's see what's on the back of the deck. No, we got clarification. Sorry, I'm still learning this. So there's the High Priestess to clarify this behavior here. And for her, it's Temperance and the Moon. No, the Eight of Cups energy. Okay, and so then on the back of the deck, we have the Two of Cups, the Page of Cups. You see it? Yeah. The Six of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. Okay. So guys, what we got here is it looks like, well, yeah, we got the Devil on the back, but we've already put out our back of the deck energies. So what we got here is somebody who's sitting in their Nine of Pentacles energy, and but challenged by being able to provide communication, to start communication with someone or something. Well, obviously someone. So he or she is in their Nine of Pentacles, meaning that they are sitting very nicely, all set up, looking good and feeling fine with all these pentacles, nature, and the little birdie on your hand who indicates, a companion, but also somebody who reports. But in this case, the birdie has a cloak on his head, so it means that she or he is just spending time with the divine, without, because birds represent communication or messages. So he's just spending time there, happily doing whatever he or she does every day, feeling abundant. Look at all those grapes in there. Feeling abundant. The sun is out, and he's got a lot of nice long flowing gown with a little hat on that says, I'm comfortable and I look good and I'm doing good, I'm successful, I'm abundant, and I'm also prosperous. I know what I'm doing, I'm skillful, I have, really, I have it all. Independently, I have it all. All right, and then this one here is it's upright, so it means that he's been thinking about at least reaching out to communicate with somebody. He or she has been thinking about being communicated with, or communicating with somebody, but he or she hasn't. In the past, Page of Swords, this is a distance path. This individual has been thinking about, like, again, communicating. It's been going on for a while, but he hasn't said a word. But he's looking to the past. He's looking behind him. He's looking to the past. And this may be a distant past, you know, where he may have not been communicative before, and just showing up as being curious, and just you know, closed-lipped kind of thing, even though there's things to be said, but he's not saying them. And that's the past energy. And now with the current energy, he's feeling like he's been attacked or is being attacked, and he has been in a battle, you know, fighting for his ground and taking whatever he can take to feel victorious, to be the winner. He's doing whatever he has to do. He's going to sabotage anyone, or he's feeling like he's sabotaged, and so he's got to do what he felt like he had to do what he had to do in order to be able to maintain, or, you know, to keep what it was that he had. He was defending it. Okay, that's the distant path. He was doing it in a, you know, kind of a ruthless way. He behaved ruthlessly towards something or someone, making sure that he was going to be the winner of all those swords and leave those people desolate right there. All right, the people that I've got, you know, this guy here, he's crying. He's crying. And this one here is saying, okay, well, you want my sword that badly? You can have it. I'm gone. I'm defeated and gone. And this energy here is all about the Page of Pentacles, is about providing a material offer to somebody. He's thinking about it. He hasn't said anything, right? Never did say anything. Now he's been feeling defeated, and or having to defeat others in order to feel better about himself. And this is the Page of Pentacles offer that he wants to give to you. He wants to offer it to you, the Empress. Okay, the bridging energy, though, however, is that he's been through it. Okay, he's been through the battle. He has been in relationships or been in situations that he's been feeling like he's had to battle in order to feel like he's capable of doing what he needs to do. And he's been wounded. This is a wounded warrior energy. He's got a bandage around his head. It could mean that he's been feeling depressed and pushed down, you know, just in lack. And he's got all these battles behind him, kind of lined up like trophies. Okay, he didn't necessarily win these, but he definitely did fight in them. And he said, I've got one more battle to go because I have to. I just have to. And so he is worried, though, that his this energy of the Emperor is going to be because the Emperor can also be a father. He may have been in his Emperor energy to be in a relationship with somebody who he thought was his Empress, but he is now a father, or at least a father figure, and he is worried. He's worried that his father, like, he's worried about leaving his kid behind. Let's just put it that way. He's worried about having left a relationship where he had a child, or at least one, and that he's going to have to leave his fathering times behind. Okay, his fathering times behind, because there's an Empress in his life. Somewhere there's an Empress, and this is you. All right, this is you, and he is seeing you as his Empress, and he wants to reconnect with you. Emperor and Empress, okay? He wants to reconnect you. He wants to be your Emperor. All right, but he's worried. He's an emperor to somebody else right now. All right. So it doesn't say here. It says that he's out on his own right now. He is, but he may, like I said, have a child that he's worried about leaving behind, or not having the same kind of daily connection with, right? Who wouldn't? So the Three of Wands energy is his hopes. He's hoping that he will get himself prepared to set sail, or set a course of direction towards his Empress, having now been independent, but still not communicating. And he is trying to manifest a way to be able to make that happen, okay? He's trying to manifest the way. He's got everything he needs to do that. I mean, he's independent right now. He's not actually in a marriage or a committed relationship with somebody anymore, even though he has a commitment to a child or two or more. And so this is clarifying this. He's now trying to use, he wasn't in touch with his emotions before. And so he's trying to get in touch with his intuition by connecting with our higher self. God, I call stillness, going within and listening to the messages that try to come up from deep down inside of him. He's trying to use his intuition to guide him in making these plans and making sure he's going where he needs to go, because he has a soulmate relationship to reconnect with, and it's a Two of Cups. He not only sees you as a soulmate, he loves you dearly. The Empress, he loves Empress dearly. He wants to give his cup of love to you. That's you and him. And he wants to create a loving, happy partnership with you. And he's hoping that you will accept his offer of an apology and his cup of love at the same time. And that the two of you will joyously come together and create a ceremonious type of reconnection of soulmates coming together, where others, our peers, are going to celebrate. It could also mean moving into some type of ceremony, a ceremony like a marriage ceremony, okay? And he wants to tell you that he's never been able to let you go. You were part of his past, yes, and he never really told you how he felt about you. Instead, he just cut you out of his life because he needed to be able to do what he had to do in order to feel good about himself. All right, and that was probably in a relationship with his in a committed relationship with somebody else. And when he was connecting with you, it wasn't right. It wasn't right. He was in a committed relationship. Well, so then he had to cut you out of his life in the past and leave you in the dark, not communicating with you, still isn't communicating with you, and he did what he needed to do in order to feel good about himself. All right, so that's where his Four of Pentacles energy comes from, is that he's always had you in his mind and in his heart, but he allowed his previous commitment to be his main focus, which is the right thing to do, but it wasn't right to have started anything with you. But he wants you to know that he's never let you go, and now he's thinking about reaching out to you to communicate with you, but it brings him a great deal of just worry and concern, because he doesn't know that when he reaches out to you, if you're going to beat him down with that last wand. Okay, say like, and she's got her scepter up, like she's saying, come to me correct or don't come at all. And even if he's going to come to her correct, it doesn't mean, like, there's no guarantee, and she might just use it and bop him over the head. That's kind of what he's thinking, he's afraid of. because he sees that she's in a temperate place, and that she's walked away from him. She has. I mean, you don't talk to this person. You don't ever talk to them to let them know what's going on, keeping them in the dark about how you feel about them, and not taking any action towards them like before until now. And it must have been a long time ago that the two of you met and were in cahoots. You know, the two of you were collaborating romantically. And so he knows that with him not being in contact with you and keeping you in the loop about what's going on in his life and how he really feels about you, it has actually helped you walk away, right? It's helped you walk away from it. But it's because you've ascended into Empress energy as well, as he has been able to do that too. But you are in a temperate, you're sitting in a temperate energy. You're very balanced. You're very balanced between, you got your foot in the emotions and you're in your foot on practicality, earth, you know, down to earth, and you're very balanced. And the angels are helping you to remain that way, which allowed you in your own mind and your heart to get straight about what hasn't been going on and what did go on, but what's not going on. It says, okay, I've given up. You've said I've given up. You know, I have to let this guy go. I give up. You know, it's done for me. I'm moving on. I have to, you know, get busy with my own life. And so you did. So let's see, what can we do about finding some more information about the Nine of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands energy? Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, what can you tell us about these energies? The devil wanted to come out. There it is. Oh yeah, and the Ten of Cups and the Fool. And then the King of Cups. Wow. So he's the King of Cups now, all right? But he's still holding on to his secrets. He's got his toe in the water, but that's it. He's got his toe in the water and that's it. So he's allowing his emotions he's allowing himself to feel them, but he's not expressing them. And that would start with this, right? So, and even that could have started back then in the past, but it didn't. He's been holding them down because there's some kind of toxic energy that he's been dealing with. It could be that it's that deceptive energy, his behaviors, his way of doing things with people, the way he looked at what people, maybe he didn't see you as being worthy of him back then, that you weren't going to be enough for him. And that's why he turned his back on you and went back to his past, or back to his current, right? Which was a committed relationship with somebody that he was in with, a happily ever after marriage that he was in with that other individual. And now he's feeling the fool because he behaved so badly towards you, leaving you in the dark, being deceptive, telling you lies, and not being upfront and truthful that, you know, I really dig you. I'm enjoying our chats, our time together, whatever, but I should be transparent with you. I'm married, you know, I'm with somebody. I'm not just married, but I am committed to this person, my relationship, and my family life. I'm committed to that. Although I would love to have a relationship with you and get to know you better, I can't. You know, I just can't. And he's feeling rather foolish about that now. And that foolishness is causing him to go, I can't do it. I just can't do it. I can't take a leap of faith and reach out to her because of all the toxicity that I had for energy back then. That's how she knows me best, right? She knows me best is that with these devilish lying tendencies, that perhaps she won't really even see me as a King of Cups now. She just won't see me that way, and he's worried, and so therefore that's why he's still tight-lipped. All right. So Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, can you please tell us more about the distant past? What's the energy of the Page of Swords from the distant past? Here we go. All right. Energy from the distant past. We have the Hierophant. And the Eight of Swords. And the Ace of Cups. Okay, then the Ten of Swords still wants to come out again. He knows that what he did by connecting with you was not right. He is feeling it. He knows it, but he also sees that now he sees that it was a deeply spiritual connection that he had with you that he didn't recognize then, or maybe he did and it scared him and put him up in his head, because how could this woman be so perfect for me? How could this individual be so perfect for me when I've chosen, to be with the one I am with right now in a happily ever after situation that obviously wasn't happily ever after, because if it was, he wouldn't need or feel that emptiness that he was searching for with somebody else, even if it was just temporarily. But he had a cup of love for you, and he knew that you were feeling that way about him. But he just, it scared him to feel that way about you, knowing that you had this deep spiritual connection, because it just felt so good and so right, but it was so wrong. So that's the clarification of what went on in the past. So he just clammed up, lips tight, right there, lips tight, and cut the connection short, and did it in a ruthless way so that he could feel better about himself, and moved away from you. So let's learn more about the Five of Swords, the ruthless way. The ruthless way. What is it that you could tell us, Archangel Michael, of this self-sabotaging behavior, where he took no prisoners? He just took his swords. He took his thoughts and he said, I'm not telling anybody. It's a secret. Okay. We got a Three of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. Okay. And there's the Queen of Wands. Okay. That's him and her. That's him and his wife. Okay. Or, partner in the marriage, right? Or the family life. This was all about keeping a collaboration to keep these two together, him and her, right? And he was all about making sure that he was not going to, he was all military. So it was like, I don't know if you've watched my other video, but this can also mean that he was military-like in a very black and white kind of energy, where he came in and said, this is the way it's going to be, because this is what I want, and it doesn't matter what you want, this is how it's going to be. That's how he was with you. He just left you. He cut you out of his life like this, and left you thinking that this guy never loved me. What the hell? What was going on? And he put an end to it. He put an end very abruptly to his connection with you. So that's a clarification for the Five of Swords energy. Let's have a look now at, he's got his King of Wands. He's a leader, and he's going to do whatever he has to do. He's a battle warrior kind of energy back then. In order for him to be able to keep and maintain what he had, because it must be right after all, he's committed to his wife or partner and his family. It had to be right. It had to be right, more right than his connection with you. I mean, you were just new to him and easily discarded, right? Because in his mind, he's got a right to go back to what he has already and leave you in the lurch. He had a right to do that. That's that devilish tendency in being narcissistic, at least delusional about that. And so he just thought, oh, he'll drop you and you'll just get on with your life, or you won't, but it's no concern to him. So we're going to now confirm or clarify the Page of Pentacles. What's going on in his mind? What's he thinking about? Well, the Hermit, the Queen of Pentacles, which is what he sees you as being, and the Four of Wands with the Queen of Cups. There you are again to him. All right, and he wants to move towards you. So the the Page of Pentacles is an offer, but he had to go into deep isolation. He volunteered himself to do that because if he's going to make an offer to you that he's very, very scared about doing, because after all, he's not doing it, right? He's got to really think about what his next actions are going to be, how he really feels about you in this relationship. Maybe you live a long, long ways away, or maybe you don't, but if you live a long, long ways away, it means relocating, right? He's not going to make you relocate to him, because that is something that you may very well say, forget it. You know, I'm this. I don't need to relocate to be with somebody who treated me badly in the past. So he's going to have to relocate to you, to be able to be nearer to you, at least, if you're not going to live together. But he wants to help you. He wants to assist you in whatever endeavors you're in that has to do with finances. All right. He sees you as a Queen of Pentacles. He sees you as somebody who's got a good head on your shoulders, business sense, right? He sees that you are doing quite well for yourself, because he sees you as the Empress, right? But he also wants to be able to come forward to you, especially if he's got to relocate. He may be saying, look, I've really been thinking about you a lot. I haven't been able to let you go, but I just love you so much. And I see that our connection is divinely, it's a divine, deep soulmate connection. And I'm your emperor. I have become an emperor for you, my Empress. And I would love it if you would consider us either moving in together or letting me put a ring on your finger for that future, commitment, or a current commitment to a future marriage. So that's what he's thinking about. Now, he really needed to go into hermit mode in order for him to be able to, knowing that he's going to, if he wants to bring that towards you as an offer, it's very possible you say, get lost. Really, it's very possible that you would say that. So, Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, what can you tell us about this Nine of Wands energy that our guy is in? What can you tell us about that? A wounded warrior has a wounded heart. Here it is. Okay, so there's the heartbreak, right? That's what he's feeling, because he was overindulgent in the past with you, and that put him into a great deal of feeling, like he just had too much going on, and he was confused. He was brokenhearted due to his ending with what was going on with his past spouse, partner, and his family. And the Tower came down on him, right? And so, and the King of Swords, which means divorce. Okay, so in this case, he's enacted upon breaking and separating from this one here. Of course, brokenhearted about knowing what he's done to you, and the Tower came down, causing him to see that he was overindulgent in his life with in the past year, and with including you while he was still in a committed relationship, and it all just led to confusion and just not making a decision. He had to make a decision. He had to choose. He didn't. So that all of that was very hard. Eventually showed up in his life that in ways that caused him a lot of heartache. Okay, so that's the Nine of Cups. Nine of Wands energy for him. What's your energy? The Empress energy. We know you're in a temperate place, and that you have walked away from this. Like, you have made your mind, excuse me, I itch. You made your mind up. You walked away, you've left it all behind. You've healed. That's temperance, you know, you've healed. You've gotten yourself in balance. That's why you're an Empress too. So let's have a look. Okay, 7 of Wands, 5 of Wands, and the 4 of Cups with the 4 of Swords. Okay, so my Empress, you went through it. You did. You had offered him your cup of love. He rejected it. Look at it. He's looking at his ones in front of him there, saying, oh yeah, this is my focus right here. Right here. I don't see this one that's being offered as a divine offering of love from you. He rejected that. That made you feel a great deal of inner conflict. Okay, this is not about battling with him. It's about you feeling inner conflict about the fact that you felt it was right to offer your cup of love to him, but it turned out that it wasn't. And then you became defensive. You know that you're not going to keep your heart open to this person anymore. You're closing it off. You're going to defend your heart. And all of this energy right here, all this battle and heartache that you had experienced without hearing from him, you had to move on and make things right for just you. And that's you there, okay? And that you were in respite for a time because of it. Because of all of this, you know, really just not happy memories, just not good energy. It had to put you in a state of, you know, you had to rest. You had to rest and be in respite so that you could gain your control back, your energy back, your strength back to take up that sword right there, and just get up and get busy living your life without him. And so our final clarification, please, if you will, Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, what can you tell us about the magician's energy? What is this all about? He's manifesting. He's been able to manifest, or he's in manifestation mode right now. What's going on with our magician for our Cancer viewers, please? Thank you. Death, 6 of Swords, and the Hangman. And then we have the Queen of Swords here, who was her, right? The Queen of Swords. He has put an end to his life with the Queen of Swords. Okay, you are his Queen of Cups. Okay, I should put that over here somewhere. It's not that it matters. It's so much going on. But the Queen of Swords is somebody that he had to turn away from. It wasn't right for him. He couldn't come correct to her anymore. He just couldn't. And so she became, you know, distant, cold, and somewhat probably ruthless in her way of interacting with him. It wasn't the same anymore. She wasn't going to be all lovey-dovey with him anymore, because she found out something. She received some information that told her about what he's been up to. You know, told her that he has not necessarily been faithful to her. Now, we don't know if it's about this connection he had with you, or if it was another one, or maybe 10, who knows. But yeah, he's been able to remove himself from this relationship now. She's cut him out, and you know, he's gone on his merry way and become independent as a result of that relationship. Okay, and so that's the Death card. He's manifested an ending with that. Okay, and with his terrible devilish tendencies, his behaviors, of how he treats other women, how he treats women in general. And this here is that he's hoping to move from rough waters right here to the calmer waters, and so that he can move towards you and have that temperate life as a Two of Cups with you. He's been put into the upside down position as the Hangman by the divine. The divine said, it's time for you to get enlightened, for you to see the errors of your ways, and to be able to see the perspective of the other. Her perspective, that what he was doing with other connections, whether it may not just have been with you, could have been with others, but she got wind of it, and he's seen how he's been not good with her, but also he's seen how he treated you badly, considering he has never been able to let you go. So there's got to be something there in it that you feel like home to him, and a soulmate lover relationship that has a very deep divinely soulmate connection. So that's what we're getting from this for you, Cancer, today, is that there is somebody who is acknowledging you, though is not talking to you. Not yet anyways. And he does want to make an offer, but it's still just up in his head. That's a goal right there. He wants to make that offer. It's something that he's thinking about and wants to move towards. He's manifesting a reunion with you, a reconnection with you. But he also recognizes that being foolish in the past with the way he treated you, terribly cutting you off like that, leaving you in the dark, that it's very possible that since you've already moved away from him and you've healed yourself by yourself, that you're just going to say, sorry, I don't want to have anything to do with that anymore, because I have been able to move on and I've got a life of my own and I don't need it with you. But maybe you will at least listen to him, when he wants to come in and tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. At least listen, hear him out, and then decide if you want to have him in your heart again or not. So that's what I know, and I hope that was helpful to you, and good luck with everything. And we'll catch up with you again, Cancers. It's been lovely reading for you. If you care to subscribe and like and comment, that would be wonderful. But until then, take care of you, and we'll see you again. Bye-bye.
You've almost made it out. You did the really hard thing. You swear it broke you down, but I see a different ending. 'Cause you're driving in his car, and his hand is on your knee. He's looking at you now, wondering what you're wondering. And you're staring at the turquoise sky, asking, what do you have?